What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video topic is going to be an update on the project Elastos. It was a very popular project and I covered it in June of last year and I received some awesome feedback on the video, so I decided to do an update. Figured that was in order. To be transparent, I do have ELA in my portfolio, and for people who may be wondering, this is not a paid update video and I'm receiving no reimbursement for covering this project. Do me a favor, give me a thumbs up if you liked the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more of my content in the future. I also have a Discord if you want to come in and ask questions. And my final tidbit to mention is that you should all go check out the Blockchain Brief. If you don't know by now, it's a publication that I write for, as well as a bunch of other content creators in the space. It's all crypto based and it pretty much rules, so go check it out. Links for everything in the video will be down below in the description. Disclaimer, I'm not a financial advisor, something do your own research. All right, let's get into it. So in June, Elastos partnered with, I'm probably going to botch this, IOEX or IOX on June 4th. And it was a signing ceremony in the Shangri-La Hotel in Taipei. IOX is an Internet of Things smart platform that's based on the Elastos infrastructure. If we go over to the link, IOX creates a decentralized peer-to-peer network based on existing servers and smart devices. The interconnection of devices creates a network that enables software to be updated without using the OTA server. Smart device manufacturers, software companies, and solution providers can install IOX on their smart devices, creating a peer node that, when combined with bootstrap nodes, form a decentralized network. Now, this is interesting because Elastos wants to build the new internet, obviously, and they can't really do that without IoT devices. That would be like trying to access Amazon without having a computer or a smartphone. It's just not happening. So it's important that they partnered with this company because they can facilitate the creation of these IoT devices for them. Also, one of my first thoughts that ran through my head was good. They're not trying to take on too much as their own company, and they're outsourcing work and resources, which I think is extremely intelligent, and it makes the project a little bit more realistic and helps them streamline what they're focusing on. Then at the end of June, Elastos was invited and attended the Dubai Shanghai Smart City Innovation Conference, and they brought their partners IOX. The presentation to the United Arab Emirates government co-hosted an IoT conference in Shanghai with some of the biggest names in the industry. The moral of the story is that they gave a presentation to the team from the United Arab Emirates, and the Elastos technology, blockchain technology, and smart cities were discussed. Smart Dubai is a government-initiated smart city project that plans to overhaul Dubai with new technology. Why is this important? Well, let's imagine that the Elastos system and their IOX IoT smart platforms get picked up by Dubai or Shanghai for technology that they're going to use in those cities. First of all, can you imagine the amount of nodes and distribution that's going to bring to the project overall? This would be one of those instances that people would be using blockchain tech without really realizing it. And I've always said that's literally the key to adoption, besides, of course, making crypto easier for people to get into in general. The team has made it easy for developers to start developing on Elastos by providing a developmental environment image of the Elastos runtime on Amazon Web Services. This makes it easier to set up your own environment and get started. So they're making it easier for developers, super important. Next up, in July, Elastos releases its first sidechain. The sidechain is the backbone of the new internet. Elastos upgraded its main chain to provide the support for building future sidechains and also for doing merge mining of sidechains with the Elastos main chain. Lots of chain stuff going on. So we see here the Elastos ecosystem employs a main chain, sidechain infrastructure, and the release of the first sidechain signifies the beginning of a vast development of new sidechains, all with unique and varied purposes. The ID sidechain is merely the first, yet an integral part of the ecosystem because it will enable universal trust for the new internet that Elastos is creating. Now, besides the fact that I said sidechains like 17 times, and I apologize for that, but remember in my last video, I think it was the news video I spoke about how people are always freaking out over the price of things, and they've kind of, some people, not everybody, has lost sight of the real goals that we're trying to reach as far as technology goes. Well, here's a perfect example. Look, I'll give it to you. Price sucks. Sure. Market sentiment, not great. People are super cranky. But we have to remember that projects like this are continuing to work hard and follow through on their promises and the technology that they publicized that they were going to make for the project during the ICO. Just because the market's not great, that doesn't mean that projects have stopped caring or stopped working on their goals. Next one's pretty important. At the end of July, they made a developer news article that they had officially made their testnet public. Elastos would like to announce that their testnet is officially open for public use. If you are a developer, you can now view it on the repositories on GitHub. The opening of our testnet enables developers to begin doing various tasks like mining ELA for development, creating a wallet app and integrating ELA into other applications. Please keep in mind that this is to make the process developers to get started as easy as possible and is for testing purposes only. This is, again, another huge step forward. Now the average person, or at least the average developer or whatever, can start processing and creating things on the platform, giving the team feedback, and continue to push for more exposure. Think about someone that's created a project. They're going to be excited. They're going to want to share on forums or on Reddit or with their friends, and it's going to give the project more exposure. It's also going to benefit the ecosystem because now there's going to be people building things and actively improving the entire system overall because there's going to be apps and all kinds of different things. So this is very important. Then at the start of August, they published a post titled Elastos TV Box to bring 1 million carrier nodes by the end of the year. That is right. I said 1 million. So they did a China Joy booth in 2018, which was a huge success. They were able to encounter about 100,000 visitors and the top tech companies in the world. So this is their TV box. I actually really like it. Looks very sleek, almost kind of like an Apple TV shape. And then their remote definitely looks like a Fire Stick. I like the little logo on it. I think they did a good job. Shizhu TV will promote and market Elastos carriers as a new service that will accompany its large-scale production of TV boxes that are already in existence. Along with featuring a video player like most TV boxes, now with the help of Elastos Carrier, the box will build P2P connections between TV boxes and mobile phones that will allow customers direct connection between devices and customer support. Okay, so that was a long one. I probably could have highlighted less than that. But this is huge. Again, why you ask? Well, now consumers are going to have access to hardware that Elastos has physically created. It's going to bring awareness to the project, but also awareness to the space overall. People are going to Google, what's blockchain? What's Elastos? Whatever, what are these things that I just have in my house? And not to mention, this is yet again another milestone that Elastos has reached after promising that they would. Can you tell that I like the project yet? And this is a quick one, but in their weekly updates for August, they released info about their BitGame airdrop. I was a happy participant of this airdrop because I had ELA in one of my wallets. So the Elastos web wallet had been upgraded to allow for ERC20 addresses to be linked. The BitGame airdrop is scheduled for August 21st. Please make sure to link your ERC20 addresses in the web wallet. So yeah, got some free BitGame. Thanks, Elastos. Then at the end of August, they released a statement in which they reported now officially having merge mining with Bitcoin through Bitmain. So the first announcement comes more than 3 months ahead of schedule. Yay! ELA can now be merge mined with Bitcoin via Bitmain's BTC.com mining pool. ELA is one of the first coins to be merged mined with Bitmain. This partnership serves as an affirmation of the strength of Elastos community and the technology. The accomplishments in our first year alone are indicative of Elastos' potential to make waves far beyond the blockchain space. Now, this is kind of good and bad. At least I see it as good and bad. If anybody has been following the news, or, I mean, not so much lately, but a couple months ago, you definitely heard about the issues with Bitmain and the fact that they are losing revenue related to the market drop. This doesn't sound like great news for Elastos. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm super curious about how this is going to affect the project, the team, and kind of the future of Bitmain and what that means for their merge mining. If anybody has information or feedback or links or articles or whatever that they know that relates to this or is an update on this, please let me know because I didn't see anything. Leave it in the comments and I would love to check up on it. And if you do have something, thank you.
Oh, perfect. Thanks.
Then jumping ahead here because I don't want to make this video too long. In November, Elastos did something very intelligent and they put out a Medium post listing all of their accomplishments and their active products and the stuff in alpha and beta. I say this is smart because people love to see progress laid out in an easily digestible way. That's part of the reason why roadmaps got so popular is because they can do those interactive ones with percentages and people want to see progress and improvement. Plus, quite honestly, the list is pretty impressive. So I want to highlight some of the things that I didn't already go over in earlier articles. So the SPV wallet. So it's a wallet-related interface to enable users to develop unique wallets that connect to the Elastos blockchain. I'm guessing this isn't like connecting, Ethereum to Elastos. I'm assuming this is like connecting wallet-related interfaces. So third-party people building different kinds of wallets with different UIs on the platform. Still pretty neat. The Ditto Box. An individual can establish a unique Ditto Box server on a personal computer that integrates own cloud server and Elastos carrier. So basically, they're going to be making cloud storage, also pretty useful. That's one of those things that's kind of a shoo-in. If you're thinking something's trying to create the new internet, obviously cloud storage is going to be on that list. Elastos main blockchain will employ hybrid consensus proof of work and DPoS, or delegated proof of stake, where the proof of work is merge mining with Bitcoin, and both are used to package blocks while the DPoS nodes are used for signing. Further down the rabbit hole, Elastos Hive provide distributed storage, a system for apps who can utilize to store files, messages, and P2P chat, videos, music, and more. Again, one of those things you're going to expect if you assume that they're going to have apps for music and videos and books or whatever. Alpha Products, Elastos Trinity, a cross-platform browser application that runs on Android and will be available for iOS. Yes! I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. In the future. This is a form of Elastos virtual machine and a demo of the Elastos runtime where decentralized applications written for Elastos run in a secure sandbox environment. I'm super excited about this. Because iOS apps always take forever to get listed on the marketplace or the Apple Store, because Apple has to like super duper approve everything, which is annoying. But the other reason that I was thinking about why I'm excited about this is because they're allotting brain power to create applications or wallets or whatever for Android and for iOS. That's a pretty big deal. That means that they are so comfortable in the creation of their hardware and their software on the more computer side related of things that they feel safe and secure enough to allot people to creating stuff on mobile, which is probably not a priority. Needless to say, I think that's a pretty good sign as far as the development is concerned. Still in November, Elastos gets listed on its first U.S. exchange. Another yay! First U.S. exchange. Elastos Foundation is pleased to announce their listing of ELA on HBUS, or HBUS, the U.S. strategic partner of Huobi. So they take great pride in introducing unique and intriguing blockchain projects with groundbreaking potential to the American audiences. As a company based in San Fran, we are fully committed to U.S. regulations and compliance. The next line is Fei Li, who's the CMO of Elastos. She states that basically that they're proud that ELA has met the requirements that are very strict as far as regulatory framework goes on HBUS. Always great news. Now our friends in the U.S., and by our friends, I mean basically me and everybody else that most of these videos tailor to, we can all buy Elastos now. And in December, Elastos DMA completes its first milestone. If I'm being frank, I had to read the whole article because I didn't know what a DMA was. So for those who are curious, DMA is decentralized digital marketing. Basically, it's a digital marketplace for marketing and community development based on a token economy. So just to give a little bit more of an in-depth explanation, Alibaba makes billions of dollars a year in profit, yet 90% of their vendors may actually lose money. This is because the vendors have to pay large fees to the platform. While some fees are justifiable, some are not. Most of the vendors have no choice but to pay to remain competitive. So what this is saying is basically there's two issues. One, they're probably getting slammed with fees. And then two, if you've ever been on Alibaba, there'll be like 1,000 products. They're all identical and they're all within a couple, pennies of each other for price. And in order to stay competitive, they either have to undershoot or be the same price as the product next to them. So between needing to, keep undercutting each other and the fees, I could see how it would be very hard to be profitable. So the DMA is such a platform that establishes an intermediate protocol layer supporting digital assets and personal data management based on the Elastos infrastructure. It is controlled by code and enables direct communication between businesses and consumers, creates an effective pair matching, and transmit value at the same time. On this platform, all transactions are direct and fair. Businesses can earn more money than in traditional platforms, and consumers pay less. Basically, it sounds like a win-win for everybody. I'm actually super impressed by this because I don't remember reading anywhere prior to this article that they plan on creating this type of service. Sounds to me like a bit that they're going to be competing with Amazon, so I wish them the best of luck because that's going to be no easy feat. And in the end of December, they posted a Medium article, Elastos Eco Wallet released. Basically, right now, it's just a multi-crypto wallet. I mean, it doesn't hold a ton of crypto, just like Bitcoin, ETH, and a few others. But I immediately downloaded the app when I read the article. No offense to the Elastos web wallet developers, but the thing is pretty horrendous. I realize that everything is safe on the blockchain and, it's a ledger and whatever. But I still feel like somehow I'm going to lose my ELA in that wallet because it just looks like it's, I don't even know. It looks like it's out of the 90s or something. It's pretty bad. So this is their announcement for the release of the wallet, the release of the Elastos Eco Wallet, codename Elephant Wallet. So two things. One, elephants are basically my favorite animal. Elephants and horses, pretty much. So this is pretty cool. I got excited about downloading it because it's an elephant wallet. And then if you look, ELA is in the name. Very slick, guys. Very slick. So there's some screenshots here showing what it looks like. If you guys have I believe it's if it's on iOS, it's got to be on Android because, like I said, Apple always takes longer. But you should go download the app and just check it out. If you have Elastos or ELA, keeping it stored in here is fun. I like that I can track the same wallet that I have on the web browser, but now it's somewhere that I can actually see it on a daily basis. And last but not least, the Elastos carrier reaches 1 million nodes. Again, yes, I'm saying 1 million. So they are pleased to announce the number of TB box units equipped with the Elastos carrier has reached 1 million through our hardware collaboration with Shuji TV. Through the use of the Elastos carrier, users and applications on the web have the ability to directly communicate with each other by routing information through a network that scales as more nodes join and participate. With the deployment of over 1 million nodes, over 400,000 which have been activated, the Elastos carrier network is uniquely positioned to achieve retail popularization with the new web paradigm. Well, for obvious reasons, this is important. Adoption, growth, overall just validation of the project. Elastos is proving over and over again that it's doing its best to follow through on the promises and achieve what it set out to be, or set out to do, either way. Needless to say, I'm impressed and sufficiently pleased with the progress. They've accomplished a lot in 2018, and I am super pumped to see what happens and their progress in 2019. All right, friends, that wraps it up for me today. What are your opinions on Elastos? Do you agree with me, disagree with me? Leave some comments down below. Also, feel free to leave requests in the comments too. I always check those. I love to respond to you guys. Seriously, responding to comments and talking to you is probably like top 2 favorite things about making content. Thank you guys for all the support as usual, and I will see everyone soon. Hey you, thanks for checking out my video. If you like my update content, check out my playlist to the right and see if there's something else that tickles your fancy. And as always, thanks for watching my channel.